Okay? Okay. I've seen Cam Newton's comments about, Dak Prescott and saying he's a game manager and everybody getting up in arms about it and saying, and when he said, oh, there's only several game breakers in the actual NFL. And everybody just went up in arms. I was like, but when you listen to what the man says, he's not wrong. Like Josh Allen, game breaker. Lamar Jackson, game breaker. Patrick Mahomes, as much as I hate him being a Raider fan, game breaker. There are only a few game breakers in the NFL to where when everything is not going according to plan, these players can actually put the game on their back and say, you know what, I'm gonna make a special play. That doesn't happen for every quarterback because there are 32 teams, and not every quarterback has that ability. They really don't. So here's my thing. A game manager is not a bad thing. It really isn't. And everybody wanted to come at Cam Newton's neck and say, oh, hey, why are you disrespecting Dak Prescott? There are certain times, there's certain players where they say, you know what? My offensive line isn't blocking as well. My receivers aren't on point. And still, there are a few, there are a few, there are a few bastion of quarterbacks that can just make plays and in that situation where the offensive line is not on point and when the receivers are on point and still make a game of it, you know. That's what's special about game changers. Like hell, even Aaron Rodgers. I know he got hurt in the first series or the first four plays, but he's a game changer. Like I've seen this man make Hail Mary throws when the offensive line wasn't on point, when the receivers weren't getting open, he still find a way to throw them open. And there are only a few quarterbacks who have that kind of talent. And for me, I don't think a game manager is a bad connotation or a denotation of a quarterback because mind you, as much as I despise this man, as much as I do, Tom Brady was the ultimate game manager because this man, he knew how to pick his spots in certain games or in certain points of the game where he's like, okay, you guys are getting this right now. All of a sudden, I'll get you here. I'll get you there. I'll get you there. And all of a sudden, they'll win the game. They'll win a close game. And he's able to exploit those small moments in the game where it's like, oh, okay, okay, and you just have to manage the game because there have been many games in Tom Brady's career where he sit there and he's like, oh, we got him, we get two quarters in, easy money, it's over, and then all of a sudden, this man will sit there and say, oh, I'll get you here, I'll get you there, I'll get you there, boom, boom, make a play here, make a play there, and it'll be at the most crucial points of the game. And that's what a game manager does. They know when to pick their spots. So for me, Cam Newton wasn't wrong in what he said. There are only 5 or 6 game changers, game breakers in the NFL. So for all the other quarterbacks, they have to manage the game because they don't have that game breaking ability. They have to pick and choose their spots. And there's nothing wrong with knowing when to choose your spots. So here's my issue. Here's my question to all you guys. Why is it that a game manager is a very bad thing for quarterbacks? Why is that denotation wrong for people? Let me know because my personal perspective, Can you win the game when it's most important? Can you win the time? Can you win the moments when they're not in your favor? When can you win the game when it's not in your favor, and all of a sudden you find a way to win the game? That's the whole game. That's the whole point of a game manager. And there's some there I'm sorry, but there are just some quarterbacks who are just game breakers where you sit there and you're like, we got him, it's over, and all of a sudden you're like, oh wow. And it changes the whole momentum. The whole momentum. There are only maybe 5 or 6 people who have that kind of talent in the NFL. The other quarterbacks have to just pick and choose their spots. But there's some players like, because mind you, Lamar Jackson, everybody says, oh, he's not elite. But I'm like, have you seen this man play? There are points in the game where the Ravens are losing, and all of a sudden this man makes a game breaking play and it changes the whole game, whole game. Like, I know Aaron Rodgers is hurt, but before he got hurt and before he went to the Jets, I've seen this man have miracle play after miracle play. Like, he used to be Mr. Hail Mary. Those kind of plays don't happen consistently for every other quarterback. So what I agree with Cam Newton. You know, no disrespect to Dak Prescott, but in all the other quarterbacks. But sometimes there are only 4 or 5 players or 6 players who can actually just sit there and say, you know what? Don't worry about it. I got it. I'll take care of it. When everything's going wrong, when your receivers aren't on point and your offensive line is on point, that is a game changer. And how many NFL quarterbacks do you know can actually overcome those things? It's only a few. So that's all I got. Let me know what you think. Is a game changer? I'm sorry. Is a game manager disrespectful? Is that whole connotation disrespectful to a quarterback? Because I don't think it's disrespectful. I think you have to be smart and understand. Hey, these are my points where I can exploit, and I have to just say, hey, you know what? I got to take what I got to get. That's just my point of view.